Hi, this is Keith with How to Build Your Own Home. It is a windy day. I'm here at a new job site that will be starting in a couple of weeks. And the video you're about to see is a video I produced for a landscaper in San Diego who will do the design work for my clients here. And so the video you're about to see is for him, but you'll be a fly on the wall and you'll listen to what I'm talking to him about and walking him through some issues and things that I'm thinking about that we might want to solve and how best to solve them. Watch it. Hey Jeremy, we've got this site staked. I will show you that up at the top of the plat here of the home site. I just wanted to start down here because we've got some issues as well. We've got a very steep drive here, and we talked a little bit about possibly doing a brick paver on this to get some lock, some grip for the tires. I don't want to do asphalt. It's going to be too slick over time and it's going to be hard to maintain. And possibly a concrete. If you see on the house here to the right and on the house on to the left here, my left, the driveways are concrete, but they've got a curbing on both sides of it. You know as well as I do, when you have a really steep incline like we've got here, you'll have fast water sheeting, and that fast water sheeting has a tendency to erode things. So whatever we do, if we have some sort of a curbing on both sides, when it does rain and it sheets off there real quick, we can control that erosion with inside the driveway. So that's something to think about. Even if we did brick pavers, we'd want to try to find a way to keep all the water on the drive and out here into the street. So let's walk up on the job site and show you what we've got. Again, we got a really steep incline here. The good thing is that when we do get up here, it's a flat level ground for the parking. So here's the pad. And if you notice how the house is slightly cocked southeast, just a little bit. Garage, of course, is over there. What I'm most concerned with is over here to where the pool will be. Here's the beginning of the building. This here's basically a building corner, and it's kind of a little bit north-south facing. You'll see off in that direction is Zion National Park, and directly north here is Pine Valley Mountain. So we've captured the view, but right over here is where there'd be a pool. Now come over here to the edge. This is my setback. Which is basically the buildable area, and typically the code in the area is to set that pool 3 feet from here. Now I can go 3 feet from the property line, but the property line is off this cliff here, and so if I can go 3 feet past here, that'd take my pool at the very minimum right about here. I'd like to go even further back, and I've got plenty of room for that. I really want to stay away from this. I don't know if we want to do a railing here. We'll have to do some sort of a fence because we've got a 10-foot drop off over there. But I don't want that fence to impede the view at all. And so that's something to think about, how best to deal with that. Again, we got a big rock here, Jeremy, and it'd be nice to leave that. They actually like the rock there. It could actually be cleaned up and used for some sunbathing. It's just perfectly situated right where it's at. If we need to drag it in a little bit, we possibly could do that, but you can take a look at that. But that's my main concern, is getting too close to the wall here with the pool. Now I'm getting a geotech a test pit next week to really know what the soil is, but the further away I can stay from the wall here, the better I feel. Now we can do an infinity pool that may be a foot lifted off the ground. They don't want to go with the deep pool. They do have some grandkids. But if we can go a little bit up, then it's going to be an infinity pool. We'll have the early morning light reflecting off the pool into the main living area, which would be pretty cool. And we talked about that. We already know that. Let's walk over here to the side over here. Over here we've got the other corner of the house, and this here is the far west corner of the house. There is some option, a possibility here. They've got a great view west that way, and what we could do over here. Now something to think about, we've got a master bathroom right here, and we're not going with an obscure window in that bathroom. They want natural light come in. And so maybe something to break up the visibility from the outside, because they're going to have clear glass into that bathroom. And so think about that. If you want to talk to me about that, look at the plans I sent you. Look at the bathroom. I'll give you the updated plans, but look at the window in that bathroom. It's not an obscure window. It's a full big picture window, and it's a 6060 window right here. So they want the natural light, but of course they don't want it obscured. So we may want to break that up with some trees or something out here. So take a look at the plan on that. The other thing to think about, we talked about, is up front here when you drive in, we did enlarge the portico, the entry portico. And because my roof line is going up such a long distance here, we wanted to break up the roof on both sides of the entry with some big trees. Now I know she likes olive trees and some other stuff, but you can think about that, how best to put some trees to break up the entrance when you first walk into the home. So we kind of break up that roof line. It's going to be a long roof going up this way. The reason being is we can capture, if you walk in the house, you see windows up above, you'll capture the blue sky, and then down below we'll have 9-foot French doors, 3 of them, huge French doors and windows throughout. So you'll see the whole view that way. But just keep in mind, we talked about that roof line, how best to break that up if we can. And then any options for fencing over here. We will have access over here on the east side entrance, because trying to get cement and other subcontractors up through that steep drive is not going to be easy. So we will be able to get over here. Now, one other thing over here by the garage. Let's walk over there real quickly. There is a large area that I brought up an idea for a small little greenhouse. Now the HOA may have an issue with something cheap, plastic-like, but if we went with maybe a small glass greenhouse, think about that. They kind of got excited about that. She loves her landscaping, and if she had something where she grew, it doesn't have to be a greenhouse, maybe a garden. I can get her started with a really nice garden over there. I don't know, you tell me. I know it can be used because the property is right here, the corner. This here's my building corner, all right? And then my garage corner is over there. So all that back there is available. All the space back here that you see is available. And same with the whole side of the yard here. Maybe some raised beds, I don't know. Talk with the clients and see if they're interested, maybe a greenhouse or some. They want to make this productive and useful. 2 big concerns are getting too close to the edge there with the pool, and the steepness of the drive, and how best to kind of keep the water confined going down and into the street. I hope that helps. I got this all staked out, and it gives you some idea as to where the house is going to be. And I'll give you the updated plans, and you'll be able to go from there. If you have any questions, give me a call. And thanks. This is going to be a great project. There you go. That's what I did to help my landscaper who is in San Diego, and I'm here in the southwest corner of Utah. He couldn't be here, so I wanted to really give him the lay of the land. A couple things to think about. You noticed that I had stakes in the ground. I don't do that all the time, but because of the complexity of this lot, I really needed to know where the house is going to be so that I can actually lay out landscaping and a lot of other issues. When you have a house that's on a hill or on a slide, it's really, really hard to get a shot line for know where your house is going to be at. And I just pay for the extra money to get it staked. It also helps with the HOA because they will come up and take a look and see, okay, this is where the house is going to be, this is where it's going to be set, this is the corner of the house, stuff like that. It really eases the uncertainty. We've had neighbors come over. This morning when we pulled up, there was a neighbor over here looking, and he was really happy. This looks like it's going to be a beautiful home. So it is. It's going to be a gorgeous home. So you don't always need a stake, but sometimes when it's really, really complicated and you don't want to mess up on your setbacks, every city, every county, every subdivision has a side setback and a rear setback and a front setback, and I was really tight on this setback. In fact, my corner of my garage is right up on the corner of the setback, and over there on the corner of the house, it's right up against, like within 6 inches of the setback. So I had to really be accurate on that, and that's why I had to get a survey, and it actually helped with giving visibility to my landscaper to really see where the house is going to be. This is a new project that's going to take place in a couple of weeks here. We'll break ground on it. It's going to be a fun home, all on one level. We'll have a pool, a 2-car garage, a very steep drive to deal with. But when you see it go up, it's going to be a beautiful home with some incredible views. So I'm excited about it. Thanks for watching. Again, subscribe to the channel. If you need help with being an owner builder, go to howtobuildyourownhome.com. Check it out. And if you're just thinking about being an owner builder, check out the First Steps course. It really gives you a 5,000 foot level of what it means to be an owner builder, and maybe it's something for you. Take care.